Please find your seats. Good morning and welcome. We'd like to welcome you to the Plug and Play Supply Chain Batch 1 Winter Summit. This is really a celebration of the 12 startups that we've had in the batch for the past 3 or so months. Of course, a big shout out to our corporate partners, Walmart, JB Hunt, Tyson, Georgia Pacific, the Council, the University of Arkansas, and the Walton Family Foundation. Without them, quite frankly, we would not be able to make as much progress as I think that we've been able to make. And so today, again, is really a celebration of those conversations, and it's not necessarily closing a chapter, it's more or less a continuation of that conversation, and as we get closer to more pilots, more commercial deployments. So thank you for coming out. We really appreciate it. We've got our startups in the back. There are booths and tables inside the auditorium and outside the auditorium. So if you get a chance during the break, please go outside and engage with our entrepreneurs. We're going to hear from an outstanding lineup of speakers today as well. We've got the governor that's going to deliver a few remarks. We also have a fantastic executive panel that's going to be diving into corporate innovation and what does that look like from a strategic perspective inside an organization. And then we're going to have a fireside chat with Ben Narasin from NEA and Andrew Durlak from Scout RFP, whose company was just acquired by Workday. And so we're going to have Slido as well. For those of you that aren't familiar with Slido, we're going to put up Q&As on both sides here. It's anonymous. There's going to be a quick little bit.ly link that you can type into your browser on your phone, and you feel free to ask any question you want. And the beauty about Slido is that you're also able to upvote questions. So the more popular the question, the better you can help us engage the audience in a Q&A format. So without any further ado, I would like to welcome up to the stage our founder and CEO, Saeed Amidi.
Thank you so much. Hi, good morning. Good morning. It's great to be here in this beautiful structure. Every time I come here, I invite my wife to join me, and she tells me, have fun. But I think in the spring she will come. But again, I am very proud of setting up a Plug and Play here in Northwest Arkansas. I feel, to give you a little history, by coincidence, I started Plug and Play in 2006. And like any good businessman who does his research, and he visits incubators, accelerator, co-working spaces, I did not visit any. And I said, I'm going to, we had a little building in Palo Alto on University Avenue, and by coincidence, we had Google, PayPal, the founder of Android, Andy Rubin, who did Danger, which was called the Sidekick, in my opinion, the first smartphone. So I said, if in that little building I can have such a cool companies, what about if it's a big building? And I purchased the headquarters for Philips Electronics in Sunnyvale. It's about 180,000 square feet. And then I filled it up with about 350 startups. And when I got to know the entrepreneurs better, like getting to talk to them, they need a couple of things. One is they need money. So I became the best friend with any VC I could find. And some of them you will meet Ben from NEA here. So we have about 180 VC partners, Sequoia, KP, Norwest, NEA. And they come to Plug and Play to meet our entrepreneurs and co-invest with us. And then after doing this for a couple of years, I talked to my entrepreneur founders, and more than money, they need customers, and they need collaboration with big corporations would license their technology and help them scale. So this little chart shows a few of our success story. You know, Garden Health just went public last year at $1.5 billion, and now it's worth $7 billion. But the interesting thing about Garden Health is Amir, who is Iranian, like myself, born in Iran, emigrated here, and Helmi, who is Egyptian. They finished their PhDs at Stanford in genome technology, and we were the first check to their company. And along the way, they raised another $350 million. And in 5 years, they came from start to being worth $7 billion, hopefully curing cancer. Their main product is cancer prevention and cancer platform for data. Dropbox, Drew and Arash were in Y Combinator. We met them, and over a weekend, we took them to Sequoia, which is one of the best VCs, and we gave them a 2-tier term sheet, seed round and A round on the same term sheet. And with this first $7 million, they reached $4 billion valuation. But each one of these logos, for me, is the entrepreneurs behind it that makes me excited. And quite frankly, we are really lucky to be part of their journey and invest in the startup, pray a lot, and hopefully the valuation goes up. I will finish with one last one, if we can go back to the startup one. I don't know how many of you use Honey. Anybody in the audience? So Honey, I think is Ryan and George came to see us also in 2013, and they say we are going to clip coupons as you're checking out from any Walmart.com or any site. And these are like immediate discount, and they don't change your basket, they don't change you to another site. They just apply coupon. 5 years later, again, they were 2 people, and the valuation of the company was $2 million when we gave them $50,000 check, their first check, seed round. 5 years later, they have 35 million active users that have downloaded Honey, and PayPal purchased the company for $4 billion. It is the most successful company in Southern California. Now they have about 400 employees, and PayPal agreed to leave the company alone and let them grow. I believe they are in like Santa Monica, west side of LA. But each one of these logos, if you see the one in the shaded side, is the ones that we exited or they went public. But we sort of have, every year, we add about 200 startups in US to this group. But we help out in US approximately 1,200 startups. And what we hope to do in Northwest Arkansas to help about 60 startups per year, this is in the year 2020, we would like to invest in 20 of them, and we would love to possibly seed round the next Walmart or the next J.B. Hunt's. But then, as I said, the startup needs corporations to grow, so we can go to the next slide. I don't say it out loudly, but I don't know many platforms in the world that both Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola are on it. But quite frankly, we had to separate them. We put one of them in supply chain, if I'm not mistaken, one of them in food and beverage vertical. And, we pride ourselves that if Procter & Gamble or Carrefour, which is a great retailer out of France, is going through digital transformation, is going for the best customer experience, may it be in the store, may it be online, what startup can help them in the customer's journey? And we quite frankly do this with more than 400 of the Fortune 2000 in the world. Go ahead. I'm not sure what slides are coming. Oh, this is my favorite video. So this is what we do with Mercedes, Porsche, Volkswagen in Stuttgart. And I'd like to compare Stuttgart to Bentonsville. Go ahead.
Startup Autobahn.
Hello everybody and welcome to Startup Autobahn. Woo-hoo!
Today's event is all about our 20 plus startups that are pitching right now.
Please welcome your host here on stage, the chairman of the board of Daimler AG, Dr. Dieter Zetsche.
Stuttgart is the perfect match, bringing together OEMs in the car industry, suppliers, and universities and schools.
Never stop challenging. I think that's a good motto for a day like this with Startup Autobahn. So what do we want to do? We want to bundle strengths to reach out and hopefully gain access to the best technologies around the world that we will put into our product and services.
Startup Autobahn is not like any other program. They don't just want to show you off, and they don't want to just say we're working with these exciting startups. They actually want to build something. This is an opportunity to genuinely reach the decision makers. So basically my advice for a startup is do it, be in the program.
We are at Stuttgart, Germany, and welcome to Startup Autobahn.
It's a very established platform with a lot of experience, especially from Plug and Play. We at Porsche are very proud to be partner from Startup Autobahn, and we get new expertise to challenge it with our project ideas, and therefore we get a new spirit for our work.
So seeing 28 startup pitches, all in all, especially the quality of the ideas is improving from each event to the next one.
At Porsche, we really love competition, so we think the more partners we have on board, the better it is for the program. So please join Startup Autobahn, we love to have you on board.
An open platform means having more corporates on board, which means having a more attractive program for the startups. And this is what we want, attracting the best startups worldwide to join Startup Autobahn.
So that's the beauty of Startup Autobahn. That's the access to a constant stream of such innovations. And this can really be integrated into our customer solutions. And we are really happy being part of that.
We have had more than 60 pilots in the last 100 days. And quite frankly, that does not happen, I would say, anywhere else in the world. I can tell you this was program number 3 in Stuttgart. Right now we are in program number 6, and we have now 28 corporate partners in Stuttgart. Of course, we have Mercedes, Porsche, Volkswagen, and as of last week, BMW joined us. We have the tier 1 suppliers like Bosch, ZF, BASF, which is the biggest plastic engineering company in the world. And then when you have the tier 1 suppliers, tier 2 suppliers, and an OEM wanting to work toward a solution, we have been able to squeeze the development time from 4 to 5 years in 18 months. I mentioned it last night, Mercedes has done 150 pilots with us in 3 years. 60 is going into production. 15 are already in the car. And that's what we hope to do here with Walmart, J.B. Hunt's. These are our verticals, and if it is okay, I'm going to turn it over to Mike Z. But if there is one thing I could ask from the audience, please join this innovation platform. Please mentor the entrepreneurs that are local or we bring here. It's the most fantastic journey to see young or old, we have some older entrepreneurs, realize their dream and build great companies. Thank you.